Barefoot Power is an Australian company. It was founded by two gentlemen, Harry Andrews and Stuart Crane. Through their work that they were doing with Tasmanian Hydro, they perceived or became aware of an opportunity of supplying lighting or small power solutions to the base of the pyramid in developing countries. And through a lot of hard work, working out the back of cars, not sort of having what people would normally consider a working environment, they've put together a supply chain over a period of about 3 or 4 years to supply communities and households in need of lighting, and then later on mobile phone charging and small power supplies. Scale is very important for the business. We had reached the milestone of 1 million people impacted by a business June last year. Some 7 months later, we've gone past 2 million people. By the end of 2015, we hope to be well in excess of 5 million people impacted by a business. We're supplying currently somewhere of the order, depends on which week it is, but let's say on an average between 8,000 to 10,000 products a week. But we need to get to double that scale over the next 2 to 3 years. If you can imagine yourself in a single room dwelling, crowding around a kerosene lamp that gives off smoky fumes, which have quite noxious fumes, and that light puts out somewhere around the order of 2 candles of light, and this is a household of 5 people. What our products do is it brings into the household a product that has 25 times the lighting power in the smallest product that we sell, no fumes, and no weekly payment for kerosene. I come from the consumer electronics world. The interesting thing is that there's complete and utter distrust in company warranties, simply because they can't understand why would we sell a product and then support it afterwards. And for us, that's a key thing, that we're now slowly, after 2 or 3 years of pushing the service dimension of our business, that people are now starting to believe that if you buy a Barefoot Power product, it'll be supported, and we have products that are sort of 3 or 4 years in their life, which is very unusual for this style of product. So that was a particular challenge. The other challenge was that complete disbelief in the technology. You know, how can a panel produce power that produces light? So we had to overcome that sort of, well, not fear of technology, but complete lack of understanding of what the technology will do. And then the last aspect that's surprising, in the Western world, credit is a way of life, and it leverages most things, and I would guess to say that 95% of the population is accepting of credit. In our markets, particularly the African markets, it's a cash society. People don't want to have credit. And if you do have credit, then it goes through a certain pathway, which we're only just starting to access. So that was a surprise as well. One of the biggest impacts BCTA have is that they make it a reasonable proposition that you can actually have a profit within a developing country. For many years, the thinking has been, well, charity or NGOs is the only way that you can survive in these markets. But it's becoming very clear now, and through initiatives like BCTA, profitable business is the only true way to sustainable business. And BCTA opens those doors to government and to non-government organisations to get them on board that profit is okay and that businesses will survive if we work within that environment. And then putting together discussions around that is certainly opening people's eyes, and I think through BCTA's efforts there's been limited discussion in recent months of whether sustainable, profitable business is a good solution or not.